Wait, Cinna. Oh god.
What?
Let the dude. Yeah. Okay. He got you.
What? What happened?
Oh, you should shut it down.
Oh, you mean his window thing or whatever?
Yeah.
I got
mean,
rid
What
of
you
it.
were sharing.
It just, I think, stopped streaming automatically. Or, I mean,
Hmm.
not stop streaming. It just won't show him anything on the window.
I literally
only
turned it
streaming that
off.
window, not the display.
Cinna.
What?
The cat pictures on your desktop are very funny to me.
Oh, the random cat pictures.
Just the 3 in a row.
I think they're funny.
You just, those are like, clearly your go-tos.
Yeah, I think they're hilarious. The full ones, I like to send these. I think they're just so funny. And I have like random files of games that I just don't move. My chat always gets mad because my background is white and they think it's psychotic.
It is kind of psychotic.
It is
Well,
just
no,
a
but
tiny bit psychotic.
Well, wait, the reason why I have it like that is because it helps with like lighting. I don't have good lighting. So I can just use one of my computer screens and it helps.
Find me a path.
Give me decent lighting. It is psychotic though at night when I'm like working by myself in my room. Like these
Like a
screens are bright as
flashbang.
shit, dude. I'm like flashbanging myself, yeah.
Yeah, it's only psychotic by like a whole lot though, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
If I had a background like this, I think I would just find myself staring into the void.
Literally, this is literally me. You see me in this photo? This is me when I turn on this background. Press.
That was Pancham when I rode the dicks to victory.
When you fucking what?
You have to be a rivet.
Yeah, I'm not a Rivet King player, I guess.
You have to be a Rivet King player to get it.
Yeah, if you're not a Rivet King player, man, we can't help you. I don't know what to tell you. This little cat, I don't know what it is about this cat that makes me so happy, but it's something about his little thumb. The little thumbs up, it's just, it genuinely brings me joy to my life.
Tickle.
Oh my god. Wait, Doto, hold on. Let me show you this. I sent this cat to Rhyme, and he didn't get it. Oh, by the way, I want you to know, he sent me a screenshot of one of your videos you sent him, and laughed at you because it was a tiny video, because of how Android's videos
the
are.
Android, yeah.
Yeah, and they're so funny. Hold on, I'm gonna send you this. I sent this image to Rhyme, and it's a potato cat. But Rhyme couldn't figure out what it was. He was just so confused for the longest time trying to figure out what this thing was.
You sending it on Discord?
Yeah, but why is it not down?
Dude, just put it in our group chat here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna type in potato cat, pull it up.
Computer, bring up potato cat.
Sorry, potato cat with butter. I forgot.
I think I've seen this
say
before.
that. Are you looking at it now?
No, I'm imagining it in my mind.
There you go.
Yeah, I have seen that.
I sent that to him and he was so confused. He didn't get it. Huh?
I was gonna ask, what would you do if you went to like a fair or something and you were like, I'll take up one baked potato, and you opened up the tinfoil wrapper and you saw that? What are you doing?
You're not biting into a cat, Dotto. What the fuck do you mean? What are you doing?
I'm not gonna continue.
What do you mean? What are you doing?
I simply asked, what are you doing? Like,
It's
what's
a
your
dumb
next course of
question,
action?
Dotto. That's what I'm saying.
Doto,
I don't
that's
think
the
it's a
thing.
dumb
Like,
question.
I don't understand. What am I supposed to do?
What are you doing, Dotto?
Hold on, wait, yeah, let's ask Doto. What are you gonna do?
What are you
Okay, so
doing?
if I opened it up and saw a sad cat looking back at me with butter, I would go back to the guy that sold it to me and be like, what the fuck are you doing here? This is
You
animal
would bring the
abuse.
cat back to the guy who put it in a tinfoil wrapper with butter.
And put a butter on it, man.
I'm not holding
You'd
it.
return it to the home? What do you mean?
You're not gonna,
No,
he's
I'm
gonna
not.
return it, dude.
Nothing about going back to the man is saying I'm gonna. give
No,
it
that's
back to him.
exactly what you're saying.
No, I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna be like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm gonna hold the cat up. And I'm gonna be like, "I
what are
asked
you
for a baked
doing?
potato."
Like, what are you gonna have a civil conversation with him about why?
It's not
he's
gonna be
making
that-
baked
it's-
potato cats?
it's
Is that what you
not gonna be-
think
Oh,
it's
hey, I
gonna
happen
be?
to
No,
notice
not-
instead of a
not
baked
even
potato, you
civil.
put a cat
Not
Hey,
even.
sir,
ci-
can I call
in
you
my
a-
tinfoil.
Not
Okay,
even
like, Donald-
civil. There would be
Donald
multiple
Trump
points
Walker.
of contention. I'd be one, this is like animal abuse. Two, I asked for a baked potato, and 3, I want my money back, and I'm reporting you, dude.
Dotto literally would walk up and be like, "Sir, I think you got my order wrong. I asked for the baked potato, and this is a cat. this is a cat."
All right, well, Cinna, what are you doing?
Then Dotto would do exactly what he did to Wendy's. He would go, "Can I have a coupon for this?"
Cinna, quit dodging the question. What are you doing if you open up a tinfoil wrapper and you see this?
I would take the cat and I would name it from then on Potato because that's adorable. It's a cute name.
Yeah, okay. Thunder, you're not gonna jump in on this, naming the cat after its trauma?
No, because the cat don't know his trauma. It don't know English words. She's actually onto something, I'd say, if anything.
That's what I'm saying. And then forever, it's the origin of Potato. That's his journey, his story. Okay.
I'd say it's genius to name the cat.
How many people are gonna believe that?
What?
Yeah, I actually got this cat because I ordered food
and then a cat showed up with butter on it.
I would have the picture.
But I didn't eat it.
So your actual answer is that I would snap a pic immediately.
No, yes, but it's for legal reasons. For legal reasons, and then I would take care of the cat. I would obviously, let the guy know, like, dude, this is kind of fucked up. Unless if you did this intentionally, you just shouldn't be making cats in a baked potato.
Nobody unintentionally puts butter on a cat. That's never happened, ever.
That's what I'm saying. It's clearly intentional. Okay, well, yeah, that's true. Well, then I will probably call, like the cops or something. I'd return back to my home with my new cat Potato, and we would live a healthy life together. And I would be the creator of this meme easily. Would you not do that, Dotto?
I don't think I would take a picture now.
All right, Thunder. What would you do in this scenario?
What do you mean? What do I do? Like, what the fuck do you mean? What do I do?
Are you taking the cat home? What are you doing?
I'm not eating it. I'm not taking it back.
I'm not asking. Okay, wait, you're not. Okay, but what are you doing? Are you befriending the cat? Are you naming it Potato? Like, what's the whole deal?
I'm probably dropping it off at the shelter. Like, what the fuck? Like, some loser gave me this cat when I ordered a baked potato. It has butter on it. Clean it off. Like, that's not my job.
Thunder wouldn't even brush the butter off of the guy. He would just let him know.
You would just go to the shelter and hand him a buttery cat.
A buttery cat.
This is your problem.
Yeah, I found this fucking butter cat. What the fuck? I'm still hungry, I guess.
All right, so I'm gonna add more context and ask you what you would do. Okay.
This is gonna be great.
All right, so you take Potato home, and you keep calling him Potato, and then like one day you come home, and you see him wrapped up like this. What are you doing then?
And then what?
He's wrapped up like
I come home.
Yeah, you come home and he's wrapped up like that. What do you do?
Now, can I ask you some very important details here? Has this cat in any way communicated to me with human language before?
No, what the fuck?
Not yet, no.
Not yet.
Not yet, no. But this is like the first clear sign of human intelligence.
Okay, well, if I see this, I'm gonna go, instead of Peepo Cozy, I'll say Potato Cozy, and then I'll probably take a picture. And then I'll be like, this is, pretty cool, and I'll give it some treats or something for being a pretty chill cat. I feel pretty sweet. Am I wrong?
No, okay, so you give him treats, you don't get him therapy, and then you come home one day.
What do you do?
What do you do when you see this?
Well, I say, shit, where'd you buy that? I don't have one of those in my I'll say, hey, are you hanging around with that food vendor guy again? Do you not remember what happened the last?
You're letting Potato's life fall apart, so you gotta step in and intervene.
And then I sit him down and I say, listen, everything's fine in moderation. I don't think this is the best, the most healthy thing. And we talk it out and have a nice little intervention.
And we stack timeouts only with bits.
It
only works with bits.
And say, get hooked on this instead. This is a more healthy thing for you. And from there, maybe he hopefully weans himself off of the vape. Has he yet communicated to me verbally, or just he's just?
He does not speak human English. He's a fucking cat with butter on him.
He's just very.
Please stop with the.
He just does
Doto,
stuff.
I swear to God, women and their over expectations is what I'm saying.
Listen, every day,
Wait,
I look at my dog and I hope that it talks to me. I go, please.
He's just demonstrating really human-like intelligence.
Oh,
you give him the catnip, he gets one sniff of the stuff. And what do you do when this happens?
You get the next one, Val.
When Thanos cat fucked him up, bro.
The catnip, he goes, and that's when he first utters his first
Doto
human
is showing
word.
images of cats vaping, chat. That's what you're missing.
Doto is sending images of a cat vaping in chat, or a cat wrapping itself up in a blanket like a human, and that is what we're talking about.
All right, Cinna, he's starting to vaporize in front of you because you gave him catnip. What are you doing?
What the fuck?
Oh wait, is it a result of? Okay, let me ask you the hypothetical.
No,
Is
I
he
told you.
as a result of the catnip, or because there's a Thanos cat that snapped his fingers.
No, he got one sniff of the catnip, and then this is when he first uttered his first human line. He said, "Oh God!" and then he started to disintegrate.
Well, I mean, shit, that's GG's, and I'm gonna say, I don't know,
Well, okay, and then he looks up. He says, "Before I'm gone, let's share one last drink." I couldn't find an image without text for that.
Wait a
one.
minute, but how is he holding the drink if he's disintegrating, or is he just?
He's holding it in his left. He's holding. It's very slow. It's very slow.
What is the rate at which he's disintegrating? And does he have enough time to have a beer, Doto?
It's very slow. And it's very slow and very painful for him.
And at this time, he is talking to me, right?
Yeah, now he's just full on talking.
The question I'm gonna ask
his
him
time is up.
is, do you know the origin of your name, Potato? And if he says yes, I'm gonna feel horrible, because that means that Thunder was right, and I named him after his trauma.
He says yes, I've always known, and I've struggled to cope.
Oh, and
You've been the only friend I've ever known. He does this and dies
I've ever
completely.
known her head.
Is he still disintegrating? What is the last part of him that goes away?
That's the last. That's the thumb. The last thing that goes away is the thumb.
Oh,
Thumbs
dude,
up.
the little tiny cat thumbs up. Oh, bro, I'm never gonna love anything the same after that. I'll meet the man of my dreams after that, and he'll try to like fall in love with me, and he just won't understand why we don't connect. And I'll say, I had one love in my life one time.
Donald told me about the make-believe cat.
It was my talking cat Potato that I had a beer with.
It's all over.
You'll never understand.
I had a beer with Potato before he died.
My literally 100% made up cat.
Someday. I'll be telling the story someday, like on my dates or whatever, and I'll be like, yeah, my cat named Potato. He him and I shared a beer one time, and his last words were just. The first was like, what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck are you talking about, you psychopath? Yeah.
That's what I should do, Doto. When I said I was just gonna go on that date just to go see Spider-Man because I didn't want to go alone, and I'll just start talking about a cat named Potato. I know. See if that person finds anything odd about that.
You got the bad ending, by the way. So.
I got
good ending. Yeah, the good ending was you realize he's human and he rides away into the sunset. That was a good ending.
There's alternate endings in this. Wait, but what does he have on his head? Is that a cowboy hat?
Yeah, he's riding into the sunset.
He's a deep southern cat then.
Yeah.
Is he like a Texan cat?
Yeah, he's
Potato.
Well then listen, if he ran off into the sunset as a Texan cat, I first want to ask him what his political beliefs are. Make sure I'm gonna ask him where he was on January 6th. I feel like that's a fair question for me to ask this cat.
Just in case.
He says, I was wrapped in tinfoil. He's
Oh, Rhyme comes in, Potato cat. Rhyme doesn't even get it, and it's funnier that he doesn't get it, and he just comes in and says Potato cat. That's funny.
I guess this could be the neutral ending, is that you never realize he has human intelligence. So he just continues on suffering.
But I thought he disintegrated.
That was part of the bad
your
ending.
ending, because you picked a shit one.
Wait, so do you think that for the rest of his life in the alternate ending, he goes, I wish that my human would have realized that
I wish my human Cinna would have known.
Now, why did he leave, though, in the human ending, right?
In the good ending, he left because he's his own man now. Ready to take on
He's his own man potato cat.
He's his own man potato cat.
He's embraced the name Potato, and he's an outlaw.
I see.
And he's
So
got to go
there's
get.
just
He's
some
got to go get
outlaw.
revenge.
Oh, so now he's an outlaw. He's not a
He's got to go.
law-abiding
He's got to
guy.
go get. He's got to go get revenge on the man that wrapped him in tinfoil that day.
Now wait a minute.
Fuck his whole. That's his anime origin.
He's just- Oh my god, he's going and seeking that man out to get revenge. One day that man is just working in his food truck, right? And he's just it's a little bit quiet and he notices some sound near the truck, but he can't tell if there's any people outside. He like does that thing where you walk out the door and you look around and then he looks down and sees the cat there holding a little piece of tinfoil and some butter. And he's like, you remember me?
The name's Potato.
And then the guy just panics and falls down like they all do in the movies, and he gets wrapped up in it.
And then after taking him out, he becomes the owner of the food truck, and this is him doing regular maintenance. Still has that smoking addiction.
Why are you guys so evil?
He's still doesn't smoke. Oh, he is still smoking.
But now he owns the food truck because he took out the other guy.
So he owns the food truck, but he still has a smoking addiction. Like, let's say hypothetically, I hear about it. One day I go back to the food truck and I see him.
Okay, so you're saying you pull up on the food truck? You see this?
Yeah,
he
I
says,
pull up
"Oh
on
my
the
God,
food truck."
Cinna!" This is him driving the food truck. What do you say to him?
Let's get
Hey,
cracked.
Potato. Long time no see.
You're seeing your talking cat, your talking southern cat after he's gotten revenge, and you know he's gotten revenge and possibly killed a man. And
Possibly killed a man.
You walk up to him and say, "Hey, Potato, long time no see."
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
And then I say,
he goes, "Long time no see."
he says it in a country voice. He says it in a country voice.
Why did he have an accent?
Because he
Because
rode
he's
off
a
into the sun.
outlaw cat, Thunder. How are you not following along with this story?
He killed a man.
Thunder, I feel like this is a classic situation of.
No, you're right. This is
outlaw
on me.
cat. Yeah, this is on you if you don't get it at this point. You know what I mean? This is not on us.
No, but after he goes home at night after seeing you, he kind of remembers what he used to be, and then he just kind of questions, like, did I do the right thing by killing that man?
He plays like Michael Jackson's "Man in the Mirror" song, and he sits there and he just he wants to make a change in his life, dude. He just
I don't
wants
know.
to make a change.
I
You
don't
know
know
that
if I'm
song?
the potato I used to be.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. He just sees a different potato, you know?
He sees a different version.
He sees a different potato. The spots are different, quite literally on his fur coat, but also in the meaning of the potato. He turns around and he puts his cowboy hat on the little hanger on the wall.
He's given up. He's given up the outlaw life.
He leans his head against the
Giving
door
it
for a
up for
second and
good,
just
brother.
ponders running away again, starting over.
You guys are on distilled giga crack, by the way. I hope you're aware of this.
I just like how all of this was possible, but Cinna chose the route that got her cat disintegrated so they could share a meal.
This could never be. Unfortunately. I just want to know it. You know, I just want to know why my cat disintegrated in Thanos style. I
You
feel like
give you give him catnip.
listen, I've seen cats have catnip today, and I've never seen them disintegrate afterwards.
For the record, it was 100% your fault
Know that
anyway.
storyline. And also, what I don't like is that I'm questioning the reality of your storyline for catnip when, like, the rest of this was just not. I'm over here questioning why a cat would disintegrate with catnip.
At least you guys got to share a drink, you know.
One drink before the cat fucking died.
What? Yeah, but the other thing is, you know, right now he's in life crisis and I'm looking at this cat look at himself in the mirror and contemplate his life and whether or not he made the right decision.
You're fucking high.
It seems like look at the image, Thunder. That's what he's doing right now. He is looking at himself in the mirror and he is pondering whether or not he made the right
Okay,
life
but
choice.
you're looking at him looking at himself in the mirror.
Yeah.
That's what's so fucked up.
I'm watching him look at himself and ponder his own decisions, you know? I'm seeing it in third person.
You see, you can never know what he's going through introspectively.
Yeah, I'll never really know what he's going through, but we can only assume that
The
one
poor
cowboy cat named Potato.
Photoshop teary-eyed cat.
Listen, I like to imagine that cat that's there right there is gonna have a life-changing experience that night.
He's
He'll put
he's
down
going
the
through it right
smoking.
now. He might put down his guns and the cigarettes,
He'll
and
put down
finally the
smoking.
cowboy hat.
He goes out to the market the next day and he finds a beautiful other lady cat, and her name happens to be Butter.
Oh wow, that's a good ending.
Her name happens to be Butter, and they get to talking and come to find out she's from the same alley he was once sold in, except she had nearly escaped, and she just ran around with a bunch of butter on her. She didn't make it.
Would you go to sleep already?
And then Butter goes, I got out by luck. There was too much confusion. How'd you get out? And the last line before it cuts is like, I met a person named Cinna. And then it ends.
Cinna.
Then roll credits to the movie.
Roll
and you
credits.
get that one loud guy in the movie theater that claps.
Or that says that sucked.
And then you get the one loud guy in the movie theater
That movie fucking sucked.
And then you don't flash forward 5 years later, they do a sequel that absolutely flops. But then in the beginning of it, you see he's at home. He hears a rise of another cat food truck that's also doing the same thing, except they're doing it through tacos. and then he goes and he kisses his kids Luck and Confusion, which are what his wife said she nearly escaped by. They named their kids Luck and Confusion.
Oh wow, that is shitty writing.
And then he goes off on another journey part 2. And this time he pulls the cowboy hat out of a closet.
Yeah, he pulls it out, he dusts it off. And Butter asks, what are you doing? He says, I'm going for one more ride.
One last trip to Flavor Town.
Right now.
and this is when we introduce the new character. He goes, he whistles, he goes, hey, get in here, Benny. And then his pet comes up to him. They go hunting.
they go hunt.
They go hunting.
Oh, wait, that's Benny.
That's Benny.
Benny's a chihuahua.
Benny's his attack dog.
Benny the chihuahua. Potato the cat. Outlaw.
Don't tell the audience, but Benny dies in the film.
What the fuck? You ruined it.
No.
That's the emotional sting of the movie.
Benny dies, but in like a really predictable way. You know what I mean? Or, like,
Yeah.
we all
Blatantly
saw it
obvious Benny's about to die fashion.
Yeah, an obvious Benny's about to die fashion. But it only just further fuels Potato.
Food truck guy number 2 has a gun to Potato's head, but Benny comes in and bites his arm and gets shot.
But right when he had a gun to his head, he calls Potato's wife. And Potato says goodbye to his kid's wife. And then Benny comes in and saves the day. Becomes just the family hero that they needed. But Benny himself had no hero.
Oh,
Therefore,
damn.
sacrificing himself was worth it for his best friend.
A little smash and grab.
So, what the fuck? You just get left, you get left out of the movie entirely, or do you get like one callback scene at least?
Yeah, this is my story was in the beginning. I can make some cameos here and there. You know, you'll see like Cinna things, or you'll see Potato maybe watching a YouTube video in my YouTube video. But really, the story then progresses on to Potato, the true star.
It's more
the outlaw.
Potato.
Yeah, the outlaw. He has to have his own story. You know, he can't always be attached to me.
The movie actually cold opens with him holding up somebody hostage.
I do not hunt to kill.
Oh my god.
I have the hiccups extremely badly, in case anyone cared about that.
Potato will fix that for you. But he's an outlaw. I wonder if he can fight hiccups. He might help. I just want to know how would we intro him holding a gun up in that movie? without him starting off as a criminal. I thought he fought crime. But also, if he's with his family, is he still... Wait, maybe he's fighting crime behind his wife's back.
Ooh,
Or-
like a
yeah,
Invincibles kind of
and
thing.
he doesn't know, okay? So Butter doesn't know, and she's at home with the kids and going to her job. And then he says he's going to work, but he's actually going out and taking care of criminals for money. I feel like that's a good storyline, and that's how you open it. Because then after he does that, he even if he kills the criminal, then he goes and hides all the guns and gets away with everything, and then goes back to his wife and kids.
Let's make this fun.
Yeah, that's a good storyline.
I think this needs to be a movie,
100%.
obviously. I don't see how this isn't a movie. I think golden idea. I'm gonna go contact some people tomorrow, see what I can cook up.
Shit, Chad, am I dead off this? Oh, this is
Potatoes
bad.
and- What would
Fuck.
the name of the movie be?
I got 8th, which is only the worst place you can possibly get.
Yeah, I was really hoping that Thunder would get like. Top.
Thunder, name the movie.
What movie? Just tell me.
The second one has to be called Potato Goes West.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Potato Goes West is the second one.
Undiscoverable Enigma.
Wow.
That's my potato movie. Is that fine?
I'm just not gonna lie to you. If I went and saw, if I was gonna go see a movie based off of the title and it was Undiscoverable Enigma, and then I immediately, go into the movie and I see a story about a potato cat, I'm gonna be confused.
That's
I'll be
that's a 12 out of 12.
mixed. Yeah.
It's so avant-garde that I actually fucking love it. If someone walked in with me, they said, "Honey, what do you feel like? What did you feel like seeing?" Oh, I wanted to watch Undiscoverable Enigma. I hear it's a really good mystery
Okay,
thriller.
Cinna, you're an engineer. What does Enigma mean? Cinna?
Give me 1 second. I'm Googling.
Cinna, hey. Cinna, I don't know what the word means. You're an engineer. Go ahead and describe it for me.
Just,
Uh-huh.
a person or thing that is mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand.
That's potato.
Yo, that's a killer title. I killed it.
The sequel's gonna be very
That's
funny.
perfect. Then the Undiscoverable Enigma. It's gonna be literally the entire. All right, I'm just gonna tell you. I know we make it a meme to leave groups. I will deliberately not leave this group to retain this storyboard.
100%.
So I can keep it here, and then someday I'll meet somebody from like Disney or I don't give a fuck who, and I'll be like, "Hey, listen, I need to talk to you about this movie that has to be made called Undiscoverable Enigma."
They're like, "Oh, that's a nice, interesting
You guys
title."
aren't gonna believe that, but while hammered, I spelled both those things right on my first try. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
I love that that's the pit because you lead in with the title and they're like, "Oh, okay. What are you thinking?" You're like, "Okay, it's about this cat that gets
But there's
served like a
fucking-
big potato."
Butter
Wait,
potato
no.
cat. Hear me out.
I don't know, I hate to do this to you, but I love how Thunder's was Undiscoverable Enigma, and yours was the sequel for yours is Potato Goes West.
No, that's what I said. The sequel is gonna be funny because it's gonna be Undiscoverable Enigma, and then it's gonna be colon. Potato
Colon
Goes
potato
West.
cat.
So after Undiscoverable Enigma does mediocre at theaters.
That
They'll
just
come out-
sounds like it
That
sounds like
title-
a Always Sunny episode like title or something.
The
Potato
title is
Goes
gonna
West.
sell millions.
Yeah, this.
I don't know what
it's
you
a
mean
good storyboard.
does moderately well in theaters. Like,
It
This will be the sequel.
Undiscoverable Enigma Potato Goes West. Okay, so what's the last name of the trilogy, Cinna?
Yeah.
Is there gonna be a trilogy? I didn't
What
even realize
ends the
there was a
Undiscoverable Enigma trilogy? What's the last title?
trilogy. Baked potato.
Real shit name, Cinna. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, so you could have like what you got to think. What would the audience remember from? What would the audience remember from movie 2?
You
Clearly,
could have
the
said
answer is going to
Flarga
be the
for
death
Devil
of
Not
Benny.
Gift, but you didn't.
Yeah,
Like,
it'd be
The death of Benny. So Undiscoverable Enigma, Return of Benny, or Benny's Return.
Is it Ben? So wait a minute. We haven't talked about this though. In the third movie, is Benny going to be making a return?
You could have said Salty
What if-
Enigma Runback is your final title.
Okay, wait. Hear me out. What if in the third movie, Potato returns back to his family. Benny has gone. It opens up with a scene at Benny's funeral. Okay. Like most of those movies do. It's at Benny's funeral, and something bad happens, right? Where there's a bad guy that comes up, and as a matter of fact, there's a food truck down the road from the funeral. They notice within eyesight, and it's selling once again cat things, but this time in hot dog fashion. Okay.
I'm already
So,
asleep.
AKA cat dogs.
Yeah, it's like a Undiscoverable Enigma. Man, just have to really get used to the same fucking concept.
but all right, when he goes
Okay, yeah.
over to confront the people, he sees this small dog that he realizes is like Benny's long lost son that that he never look at Rhymes having a chat, by the way. He sees his long lost son, and it's Benny's son that he never knew he had, but he's actually just tied up in this food truck, right? And the owner is just a really shit owner. And then the owner takes off, and he has to save Benny's son and avenge Benny.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Benny for a second. I was gonna say, can Benny have an eye patch?
No, but his son can.
Yeah, no, it's his son. He's been tortured, so he's
His son,
punished.
his son has been
Punished
tortured
Benny
already.
Jr. Punished Benny Jr.
He's an eye patch and like a spiky collar too, you know. And he looks,
he's a rebel.
Oh, he's
he looks like
owned.
he's a real rebel, but really
I mean, rebel.
he's just a product of his environment, which is a shitty environment.
Right,
And he
that's
wants
what
to
I said.
save him and give him a good life, right? Like he had, like Benny would have wanted.
Yeah.
But also, later down the line, he has to explain who he is to Benny's son. And Benny's son, who never had a father, feels even more robbed of the fact that his father gave his life up for Potato.
You are making shit up.
That's the mid fucking movie like turnaround.
Right. And so just when you think he's gonna really help Benny,
Chat, I
he
can't
has
help
to
sit
admit to
anymore. We're
Benny
gonna
in
raid
this
Bird.
heartfelt scene that he is the reason why his father is dead.
We're gonna
because his
raid
father
Bird. Y'all have a
gave
good
his life
night. I
up.
cannot entertain
And
Cinna any longer
Benny's son is
because she's just talking about
completely
fucking
sad.
bullshit.
And then it makes it more difficult because not only has he already technically been saved from the bad owner, but now the relationship has to be saved.
Yeah. And Benny like runs away in confusion, or Benny Jr. And that's when he gets snatches up again.
But then Benny Jr. had a son, and it was Benny Jr. Which is where things really get hairy.
And just when you think the movie like it's all